This episode is brought to you by Netflix. So Netflix is basically Santa this year. 2 NFL games on Christmas Day, streaming live. At 1 p.m. Eastern, it's Cowboys, Commanders. Then at 4:30, you've got Lions, Vikings. Midwest football, playoff stakes, and probably some snow. Watching holiday football is a tradition the whole family can enjoy. Open some gifts, grab some food, settle in, and watch NFL Live on Netflix this Christmas Day.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku. And it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Hi, I'm Daniel Lucas, and welcome to Book 101 Review. Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. One of his advocacy plant seeds that will grow trees that you will never sit under. No other than Mr. Andrew Brummer. Welcome, Mr. Andrew. And can you please introduce more about yourself that I miss?
Awesome. So my world's about Chelsea, coaching, advising, mentoring people all the way from CEOs through to founders, startups, and help people kind of figure out how they accelerate themselves through the learnings that most of us take years to get through.
Mr. Andrew Brummer, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. And today let's talk about from comfortable service to courageous scale. So tell us, let's start with the hook. I help founders scale their companies while I've been playing small with their own impact. That is a powerful admission. What was the moment of clarity where you realized you were in a paradox?
So my paradox was about 18 months ago, where I had a friend and CEO tell me that we were facing a financial problem in the company and I had to repivot myself. I repivoted, trying to figure out who I was and what I needed to do, what the next job was. And that ended up with me volunteering and providing a lot of time, energy, and passion to people from Iraq to Uzbekistan to Australia, India, Botswana, Nigeria, Venezuela, all over the world. And then that whole pulled out of me what I was really good at. And it just highlighted I accentuate and draw the best out of people. I create really good neutral environments, and the rest of it is written down in the books. Really just about working with people and helping people find out who they are, what they're about, and why they're doing what they're doing.
How do you define the difference between comfortable service and courageous scale? Why does one feel so safe and the other feel risky, even high-performing leaders? Mr. Andrew.
So most of us get complacent, lazy, comfortable. Pick whichever word is the most applicable to you. In our jobs that we do, we have a salary coming in, and we don't think of what the consequence is. Years gone by, we never had all of the technologies we have today to network and develop safe spaces and safe environments around us. So my journey was, comfortable as you become complacent and you do not look after what could happen to yourself in the future. Scaling and aggressive growth is very much kind of taking hold of tomorrow, not allowing hope to fill the answer and not allowing kind of the guess that tomorrow somebody else will come along and fix tomorrow. So it's about getting in front of it, owning what's in front of you, figuring out what you're great at and leveraging what you're really good at to help other people around you and then for the world to circle around and look after you.
What are the subtle signs that a servant leader has slipped from impactful service into a comfort trap? What should they listen for their own mindset, Mr. Andrew?
Great question. So sitting at home, sitting in the office, not networking, not getting out, finding every excuse to do the operational administration stuff, telling people what to do versus doing it themselves. Networking. Just using the technology, leveraging platforms like LinkedIn and that to Alignable, leveraging technologies to create your brand, create your profile, and make sure that while you are working in an environment, looking after people that work for you and with you in a company, that you are maintaining and creating your brand for yourself. Don't get complacent and not be looking after yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you're faced in a difficult situation, the rest of the world will move on and you will be left to sort yourself out. So the key there for someone looking is just comfort. They're doing the same thing and they're finding silly administration stuff more important, more impactful, and more time consuming than actually spending time networking, going out face to face and meeting people or networking online.
On the psychology and playing small, Mr. Andrew, for leaders who are achievers, why is playing small often disguised as a being number or staying focused? How can they tell the difference?
So the key is adding value to people. So one, you got as a leader, you're adding value to people's lives and you're helping get obstacles out of their way. You're helping people grow and progress their future as they go through. So that's your job as a leader. That could be affecting one person, it could be affecting 10 people, it could be affecting 10 directs and 100 indirects. So that could be really small and feel insignificant, but as the key there is affecting and positively growing people's lives. So helping people figure out who they are and helping them become the best version of what they can be. And you do that by moving obstacles out of their way and identifying what they're great at and how you can help them move themselves forward. For yourself is making sure that while you are coaching and leading and driving, be it small initiatives through large initiatives, people or teams, that you are in equal space, making sure you surround yourself with people that can apply equal level of love and care and dynamics to yourself.
And how does identity of being a servant leader sometimes become a crutch or an excuse for avoiding the bigger, scarier calling that requires a different kind of courage?
Yeah, so a servant leader can become a vice. It can become something where your purpose becomes that of serving other people. And while being a servant leader, it doesn't mean you become a servant. It means that you are leading with a servant mentality. You are helping people, you're serving people, you're helping people be more successful, but you cannot become complacent or become entrapped or ensnared into what other people may need and let that be the success factor or the joy factor that you've got looking for yourself looking forward. As a servant leader, you're looking to expand yourself, to grow yourself, to constantly push the barriers. Because you're a servant leader, by no means implies that you are not continuously pushing your own barriers as you are pushing the team members' barriers. And by doing that, collective grow together. And you pushing yourself, if you're not pushing yourself, the team that you're leading will get to a cap in their growth. They won't be able to continue growing. They will outgrow you. So being a servant leader doesn't mean in any way that you are subservient to the things around you. It means that you are just serving people as you grow and as you move forward, but pervasively and aggressively, because if you're not growing, your team can't grow.
Mr. Andrew, for the leaders listening who feels this tension, knowing they're meant for more but feeling stuck in their comfortable service, what is the first question they need to ask themselves to break the cycle?
What's your why? What's your why and what's your purpose? What are you doing in the space you're doing? Why are you doing it? Who are you serving? Why are you serving them? And within the skills you've got, what is your purpose in the space that you're at? Is your purpose to help grow teams? Is it to lead the company team? And if you're not unsure of that, I cannot more strongly recommend getting involved in online forums where you can be an online coach, a pro bono free coach, give your time away to people that need it. It's a fantastic way for you to find out what you are really, really, really skilled at, what's a natural gift to you and what you're not forcing yourself into, what comes naturally, and then pay it forward, work with people who need assistance and help.
On the journey of courageous scale, Mr. Andrew, what was the hardest part about moving from advising others to scale to finally applying that same ruthless clarity to your own mission?
That was tough. Part of, it's easier when you talking to other people about what they should be doing, could be doing, where they could go, how they can affect their lives, the difference they could make to people around them, how they can scale and grow themselves. And then when one introspects on oneself, one realizes that you're not applying all the same rules to yourself. You hold other people to a higher standard than you're holding yourself, and that's where that complacent servant piece can step in, where you become more of a servant to the things around you versus kind of realizing, as much as you are helping people find their inner self and their inner soul and their passion, kind of how do you help yourself make sure that you're going forward? And that's having people around you that are calling you out and saying, Andrew, you're not applying the same level of vigor and attention and care and grace to yourself as you're applying to people around you. So it's making sure that you draw people in that are going to help you recognize where your blind spots are, and doing that is a humbling moment. It's quite the interesting experience to get to the point that you realize that you're coaching a lot, but you're not listening to your own words.
How do you define your own identity as a leader to make this shift? Do you have to let it go of an old version of yourself to step into this a new calling?
No, I think it's evolutions. I think we as people, I am the sum of everything I have experienced today. And there's no ways that I just let go of what I was. What I can do is decide to engage differently and evolve myself forward. Who I evolve myself to over the next 2-3 months may be different from what I was a month or 2 months ago. But I don't know that I would drastically just let go. I think we've all got innate great strengths and traits around us. Um, Society causes us to focus more on the negative things that we're not good at to try and improve that. And I think that's while we need to be aware of where our flaws and our gaps are, I think there's great opportunity to become self-aware and to recognize where one is not good at, and then to evolve and find how you move yourself forward. But the key is moving forward deliberately. We end up as managers, we end up as leaders, we end up running teams, but we don't often hit the pause button and say, what kind of leader do I want to be? Kind of person I am, what is the best way to resonate me with the balance of the world? What's the best way that leverages my strengths and capabilities? And what do I need to surround myself with to make sure I'm not dropping any balls around leading teams and helping people drive themselves forward?
For sure, it evolved, people evolve, and courageous scale implies rest. What is the biggest fear you had to confront head on to move on forward, and how did you move through it?
So I'd say golden handcuffs. As we get on in life, there are things that bind us down to who we are at that point in time. That could be job, it could be location, it could be shares, it could be executive seating, it could be working with people for a long time. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I need to let go of things to allow myself to grow forward. And the same old adage is true: is no great change comes without pain. There is always some sort of experience you have to go through to be able to drive in pain or drive what tomorrow looks like. So the most difficult challenge there for me would be, realizing there are things that you're really good at, that you enjoy doing, that you need to let go of to be able to help yourself or allow yourself to progress and evolve yourself forward.
Interesting, Mr. Andrew. And what does scale mean in the context of impact? It always about revenue and headcount, or it's something else for the servant leader?
Gosh, it could be so many things. It could be individuals that find themselves. It could be somebody who has battled to do, I don't know, public speaking or to lead or manage a team. It could be departmental growth. It could be delivering product. It could be creating a subculture in an organization that you've aspired to. In a company's form, the end sum of it is typically revenue. And we all know that if you can get a fantastic culture running in your company where people want to work with one another, they want to come to work on Monday morning, they're excited to get to the office to meet their team members and work with them, that results in more money. At the end of the day, companies themselves are about revenue. Companies are not altruistic entities. They need revenue to keep things moving forward. So you as a leader must make sure that within the company that you're working with, your view, your ethics, your morals, your work structure, your loyalty, your passion is aligned so that you can help drive the revenue so that the company can be there. But as for success and scale, there are many parts of success and scale that can be applicable to you and how you influence people. The number one thing is, as a leader, you just don't know what you don't know. You don't know what small words you're going to use that are going to affect somebody else's life. And you have no idea what way it's going to affect them. And you don't know when it will affect them. So the key there is recognizing small impact. Small words can have massive scale. Big words can have small scale. And you as an individual, you've got to figure out in every person you're coaching and leading moving forward, is what's the best way for you to maximize them towards larger objectives.
Mr. Andrew, as a business polygraph, a multiplier, and solutionist, what are your short-term and long-term goals?
Gosh, short-term goals. I have published books. So short-term goal is get on a speaking tour and get my books out there and spread the word and the love, what it means to be a graceful, impacting, magnanimous leader, leading with heart, intent, and passion and love. Medium term is to have a group of people around me that I'm mentoring and coaching and tied to a whole bunch of startups. Long term, to be able to work from anywhere in the world. Have a cohort of people that I'm working with, lives I've affected, founders, CEOs that I'm coaching, executives that I'm helping through their lives, and individuals across the globe that I'm able to affect no matter where I am. My goal is to pass it forward, and my goal is not to leave a legacy. My goal is to live every day in the most impactful, most powerful way that I can.
Yes, indeed. And good luck to your goals, Mr. Andrew, and looking forward for more success. And what will be your piece of advice for those people out there who want to be like you?
Get out of your comfort zone, learn, read. Stop selling yourself, network, find people that care and love you as you are. Learn, surround yourself with people that can help stretch and grow you, can help hold you accountable, can help you exercise those muscles that you haven't exercised, and just get out of your comfort zone. Volunteer, get out there and serve people who don't have access to people or skills like you. Get out there, serve, pay it forward, and read. Just can't emphasize, just read. Leaders read.
Yes, read, people, and do the application for sure. And Mr. Andrew, can you please recommend a book or books that influence your journey? And thank you for that advice.
So one book I'd recommend everyone read is Trusted Advisor, book Trusted Advisor. It gives a lot of the foundation tenets of why you as a knowledge leader, why and how you should engage with people that you are serving. Books, if you are kind of floundering and making a lot of rational reasons for why you are in the spot that you're at, books like No Excuses, Why, Blink, Lean In, Dare to Lead, Dare Greatly, they're all great reads. But if you're looking for a narrow down list, I would start with Trusted Advisor, No Excuses, and start with Why.
Thank you for that recommended book, Mr. Andrew. And what has been the most rewarding feedback you have received since making this shift, either from client or from within your own team?
Gosh, I think the most rewarding theme that I experience is I really am great at pulling the best out in people. I am really great at helping people present their best self in non-confrontational, non-threatening, safe, engaging ways that people hold themselves accountable or can introspect and look in the mirror and have discussions with themselves. I don't profess to have all the answers, but I've got a really I've been told, I've been advised, and I observe, I experience that I've got a very gentle way, very graceful way in helping people look in the mirror and go have discussions with themselves, not with me, around what they've got to do, what tomorrow looks like, and what they need to do between today and tomorrow to change their life.
To change their life for sure. And Mr. Andrew, before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people. My other podcast, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season, abstract poetry in second season, and my book 101 review in fifth season too, comedy 101 in second season, and food 101 in fifth season as well. Geography 101 in fourth season, and my baby podcast, Law 101 and Mental Health 101. Love letters in third season, and movie 101 review and music 101 in fourth season, and science 101 and sex 101 in its first season. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. So, Mr. Andrew, can you tell us about your book?
So I've written 2 books. The first book, You Decide, is about the journey of using technology and building your network and not selling yourself. So figuring out what you are, how you expand, and how you create and take ownership of your brand. I recommend it for anyone's reading, whether you're comfortable in your job, you're 35 years old or 55 years old. Great. It's a great, simple shake-up and great simple steps towards finding yourself. And then the other book is called Leading Magnanimously, and that is focused on how you create teams and tribes of people that love working with one another, are passionate and loyal and look after one another, and how you create that environment. Because when you can build teams like that, you create a movement in your company that's very hard to stop. So the book Leading Magnanimously is the one that is the latest book, and I look forward to chatting with people about it. Yep.
Yes, You Decide. Yeah, super change your networking. Okay.
And the other one is Leading Magnanimously. The other book on the website on the Arjunan Village is Leading Magnanimously. And that is about it's all about people. It's about the simplicities. Get away from the theory of what it means to be a leader or why you're doing what you're doing, and get down to what does being graceful mean? What does being loved mean? What does be vulnerable mean? With examples, with auditory text, video, TEDx talks. I've done a lot of homework to try and pull things together so the person reading the book doesn't have to take my definition for it. Can take the framing of it and then have a look at what other people have lived their lives around, and other people reference it and give examples about. The goal is to turn it into more of a textbook than something you read once and put on the shelf.
Yes, indeed. And Mr. Andrew Brummer, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. Yes, so can you please invite our listeners to support your books, your advocacy, your business, or whatever projects that you're doing right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So the website is arjunan.com. It's the village, or you can go to andrewbrummer.com. You'll also find me on LinkedIn. You can get a free copy of the ebooks on LinkedIn as well. If you download the books on LinkedIn, go to my profile. There is an ebook free download. Please go there and download the book. And I look forward to meeting you and finding your version of your story and how you have done magnificent things for yourself. Being magnanimous is about stepping above the situation, about being larger than life, and looking after people in a way that people seldomly experience in today's world. So find your feet, be magnanimous, and go change people's lives.
Yes, people, let's support Mr. Andrew Brummer, because if you support him, for sure, more and more empowering books like this to come, more and more empowering coaching to come, and for sure, more and more empowering advocacy to come. So, Mr. Andrew, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you.
More to come, people. See you soon.